Today is Wednesday, Parashat Balak. In the Parashah of this week, Bilam was hired to curse, but he ended up only blessing the Jewish people. And one of the blessings was, Matovu alecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Israel. How good are your tents, Yaakov, your dwellings, your residences, Israel. And earlier this week we gave an explanation that's brought by Rashi, that the openings of the tents of each person were not facing the opening of the other tents of the neighbors, so that nobody could see what's going on inside the tent of the other person, to be very sensitive to the privacy of people. That's one idea, but our sages bring another explanation of this concept of the tents, the openings of the tents, not being directed towards the opening of another person's tent. And the other explanation is that each person has his potential that is very unique to him, very specific to him, to serve Hashem. And a person is not to try to imitate others in his service of Hashem. And therefore, the blessing and the praise here is that the Jewish people have each a unique mission, a unique way that only him can have in serving Hashem. It is as if Hashem has a crown that is made up of a puzzle of each of us contributing a certain jewel, a certain piece, that if we don't contribute our own piece to that crown, then the crown is incomplete. And if we try to contribute a piece that actually to copy another person's piece, also the crown will not be complete, because as if all of us are playing this giant orchestra music, that each person has his own unique musical instrument, that we're not all to be all violins or all piano players, but each one has his own unique musical instrument, and that way also we are to serve Hashem. So that the opening of the tents were not directed towards the opening of another person's tent, as if each person has a certain opening in serving Hashem, a certain way, a certain path in serving Hashem, and that our path should not try to imitate the other person's path. Unfortunately, nowadays we see a lot of trying to imitate others. Actors get dressed in a certain way, and then many people try to imitate them. Actors act in a certain way, other people try to imitate them. But it's not just in the world of fashion or people who are celebrities, but definitely in the way that we serve Hashem. Each of us should aspire to do it in his own very unique way. Just like it says in Pirkei Avot, En anili mili, if I'm not for myself, who will be? If I don't use the unique talent and the unique potential that Hashem has granted me in serving Him, one that is only specific to me, nobody else can do it for me. And that's one of the ideas associated with the concept of the opening of one tent, one person's tent. We're not directed, we're not copying the other person's opening of his tent, which would mean my way of serving Hashem does not have to copy your way of serving Hashem. We can learn and inspired by each other. We can learn from our teachers, but at the same time, each of us will have our very own unique way, our very unique song, so to speak, that each of us can sing to Hashem. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.